University is hosting a symposium on food as the soul of the community, especially Black communities. So it's an all-day event called The Hearth and Table, and it's free and open to the public.
Awesome. Yes, and joining us now to discuss the event is Associate Professor Derek Hicks. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
We're doing great. Thank you for spending some time with us today. First, I did want you to explain the inspiration behind this and what the event entails.
Sure. Of Hearth and Table, the title conveys the importance of cooking at the hearth, and there's a tradition in that dates back to enslavement and articulates African American innovation, but also what happens around the table and the fellowship there and the struggle to put food on that table. So this event will bring together scholars, chefs, restaurateurs, farmers, activists for food access, and anyone who is interested in what happens around the table in the community. But it's also unique in that there will be at least 3 James Beard Award winners and nominees in the midst. So I'm really excited about it.
Wow, talk about really a name recognition kind of event too, for people to come out and enjoy. We also have our keynote speaker we want to highlight, Jessica Harris. Talk about who she is and why she's going to be such an important voice in this conversation on Friday.
Look, when I got Jessica B. Harris, I knew at that point the floodgates would open in terms of folks who would be interested in coming to this, because many folks said, oh, she was a mentor to me. I've read all of her books. But Jessica Harris has 20, 30 plus years of experience talking and teaching about African American food culture. Her book, High on the Hog, is a magnum opus text. She herself is a Lifetime Achievement James Beard Award winner among about 3 or 4 other James Beard Awards. So she can really speak to the heart of what we are trying to convey here, that food has been an integral part of identity formation and meaning making in the African American community.
And Derek, Dr. Jessica Harris has been in the homes of many of us via Netflix with her, the special High on the Hog. And so it feels like you sort of know her a little bit. Who else is going to be in conversation with Dr. Harris, though, when she's able to sort of expound on this experience that you all are diving into?
Thank you. So after I watched High on the Hog, I knew I wanted Jessica Harris to be the keynote for this event. But then I thought, this young dynamic sister, Gabrielle Etienne, who was in the 2nd episode of High on the Hog, I thought this would be a wonderful kind of generational conversation between Jessica and Gabrielle, reminiscent of the conversations that I would hear the sisters have on my grandmother's porch while we were slopping on gumbo and eating saltwater cornbread and collard greens, right? So it'll be a wonderful conversation where they will discuss the beauty and essence of this Black cultural production of culinary culture. And I'm just excited to bring it to this community.
Derek, you kind of touched on this in the beginning already, but I wanted you to expand on it a little bit. Could you talk about the importance of having these conversations specifically in our community?
Yeah, so Winston-Salem is a community where we talk a lot about food access, food security or insecurity, even food apartheid on some level. But we also talk about the beauty and innovation and the jazz-like expression of African American culinary cultural practices. So this conversation is connected to all of those considerations, and it will bring together folks from these different perspectives who can critically and clearly talk about what has happened around the table in Black homes, but also what happens out in the fields and farming and how we distribute food to those in need. So I'm just excited that we can have a complex conversation all in one day that is free and open to the public, that folks can really literally dig into. So I'm
Yes.
just excited.
Free and open to the public. I mean, that's amazing right there for
Right.
you to give access to as many people as possible. Professor Hicks, thank you for joining us this morning. We appreciate your time. Everyone at home, of Hearth and Table is this Friday, once again, all day long. It begins at 9 a.m. at Wake Forest University with the keynote conversation happening at 6 p.m. that evening inside the Porter Byram Welcome Center Auditorium. To learn more, we have the website on your screen now. All right. Our thanks.
Thank you.